Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 45, and you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts as real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those who came back, welcome back. Now, this episode was partially dissatisfying, mainly due to the fact that there was no real fight between the Shadow Beasts and the Phantom Troop. I mean, it's pretty clear that they are on different power levels still, although the Shadow Beasts are good at what they do. But I would have kind of liked to see at least a little bit of fighting, but there wasn't at all. No fight at all. And they did not show how they were killed off. I mean, from what I've seen so far, Shizuku is only able to kind of bump you on the head with her little vacuum cleaner, which is enough to kill you, clearly. But I guess she has other options with it, and I would have liked to see that. And the other one that is the torturer, Phaeton, I think, right? We haven't seen really anything of him yet, so it's a bit this, potential missed. I guess they want to keep them hidden a little bit, the abilities longer, until we have a fight against our guys. Although I really doubt how they can beat them, just if you look how strong they are. However, there's an interesting proposal now from Hisoka of teaming up. And I can see that Kurapika has, with his chain prison, right? He has the ability to be useful for Hisoka. And I guess together they could beat single members, one by one, right? And possibly that's how they do it, by making sure they are always alone. Which will not work for the boss, as we know by now. He's always with his two bodyguards. But apart from that, if we let's say we wouldn't have Hisoka, and we have our four guys, so Gon, Killua, and Leorio, plus Kurapika, I don't see how they could beat the Shadow Troop at this point in time. They are just too strong for them. So, well, we will see. However, the episode was named Restraint and Vow, which is fitting. I mean, it is completely about Uvo, and he was restrained in the beginning, all the time. Sure, someone else, Nobunaga, was restrained as well, in a different kind of way, and Ol was restrained as well, so there are a lot of restrained people here. And the Vow, it's on the one side the Vow of Kurapika, getting all of the Phantom Troop down. And it is the vow of Uvo now, who is saying, I will find the chain prison user, so Kurapika, and make him pay. And that's a harsh thing if you see how strong he is, how dangerous he is. That's not someone you want on your tail, definitely. So, we've seen a bit of abilities of people so far. Hisoka says he has knowledge about 7 members and their abilities. So, sure, there is the girl who did the stitches. He very likely knows about Shizuku. Uvo we have seen, right? So I guess he's in it as well. We did not really see much of Shelnark yet, but we've seen that when they did make the phone call, when he did make a phone call, the guy from the mafia had, I don't know, like a little pinch in his back, like a needle, and was still talking and acting normally. So I guess he has some kind of control there with his ability over people that are about to die. So he, I don't know, kind of manipulating. I had his name a second ago. The torturer. Sorry. It wasn't shown much. But I think his abilities should be somewhere around that. Torturing people. And possibly thus being a good killer as well. Nobunaga, I think, is pretty clear. It's a straight sword fighter at the moment. Possibly some of you are falling from their seats right now, laughing your asses off because he's not like that. But from what I've seen so far, I would say he's a typical swordman, samurai style. So, I don't know, slashes and beheadings, and possibly has his ability to improve his fighting, his sword play. Maybe it's, I don't know, something like mirror images or multiple swords, or I don't know. But yeah, it might very well happen then, but once there is a fight against him, he's turning into a Hydra, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, completely wrong here. But how could I foresee something like that? But apart from those, okay, Franklin we have as well. Phaeton it was, sorry. So we have Franklin, Phaeton, Nobunaga, Uvo, Shizuku, possibly Shalnak. And there's one missing, and a seventh one where I guess that he will have knowledge about. But I don't know who that will be. But I think in general, we could say we possibly know a bit about those 7, at least 6. If he counts himself, it's 7, just saying. If Hisoka counts himself, it's 7. As strange, enemies make strange allies, and Hisoka clearly is one. I don't think Kurapika will be able to handle the troop without him. Sadly. And I do believe that Hisoka is not wanting to kill Kurapika right now. And seeing how Hisoka thinks and works, he will not backstab him. Because that would be no fun for him. He enjoys fighting. He enjoys the fight itself against an enemy that is able to fight. So, backstabbing Kurapika makes no sense for him. He wasn't portrayed yet as someone who loves backstabbing and seeing the spirit breaking due to the distrust and the backstabbing. No, he's really about, are you ready for a fight? Now we'll do it and I will crush you and enjoy it. So, strangely enough, he will be a good ally. I don't know. I guess Kurapika will think about it at least. I'm still waiting for others to pop up. They are not here yet. Once again, this episode showed how incredibly strong Uvo is. Even when he's paralyzed and lying down, they could not really touch him except for Kurapika. And I'm not sure if this hit was something that Uvo allowed. I guess so. Or if he was just able to punch through. There was, due to anger. There was this comment about you become a Phantom Troop member when you beat one. Okay. So I don't think that will be a need right now, but it's interesting to know. So that's how Hisoka became one. Yeah, and now they freed Uvo in the end. And that was, in many regards, that was just stupid. What is his name? Dalcolen, the dead guy, did. So you have captured one member of the Phantom Troop. You've seen 4 of the Shadow Beasts being wiped out like they were not important at all. You've realized by trying to torture Uvo that he is way above your level. And what you do is call into the Mafia and say, we have one. Even nowadays, stuff like that is traceable, right? So they were in some kind of hiding. They had a place where they were possibly well hidden. And he just stuck his head out and shouted to the world, hey, we're over here. We have this one guy. Wanna come along? So that was just a bad decision. Doing it by phone, right? He could have, if he really wanted to do something like that, paralyze him completely, even more, pack him into a bag of whatever kind, and carry him, drive him towards the headquarters of the Mafia, where there are a lot of people. Maybe send one of you in first to check if everything's clear or not, which will not work either, but and then you just dump him over there. But saying, we are at this place, all of us who were involved are hiding here, come along, it was calling for disaster, right? And it did happen. So they came along, they rescued him, and instantly killed this one. The good thing is the others escaped due to Melody. I mean, she did not hear them before. I guess being able to hear melodies and sounds, possibly Melody would have been able to realize sooner there's someone entering the building. You know, if they would have walked past her, as example, and said and be like, we are from the mafia, right? She would have realized it's wrong because their hearts are lying, right? But she was asleep. Which, by the way, is the next strange thing. If you invite them over, why are 3/4 of your troops sleeping? That was just... But they were not in the same room, so they were able to escape, which is cool. I like that. And Kurapika was not around because he had to move somewhere else as well. So, a lot of just stupid decisions on the side of Darkolin. For which he died. So now the Phantom Troop is back together, and Uvo promised to hunt Kurapika. Which, I guess the boss of the Phantom Troop will be like, yes, it's Uvo, so what? Yeah, just go, right? Because you cannot really stop him, I guess. He's this typical muscle guy who just goes with the flow he feels, and you can just release him and let him go and enjoy the show. And that's what they're doing, I guess. So next time, we will see if Hisoka is taking up on his proposal. I guess so. And that will very likely mean Hisoka and Kurapika will face Uvo. Possibly 2-on-1. I'm not sure if it is next time, but it will happen very soon. That's it from me this time. I liked. Good episode. As I said, a little bit disappointing due to the too fast wiping out of the Shadow Beasts. I really hope for a bit more of a fight there. And until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name's Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.